Welcome to Today in Sports, where we talk about all the relevant news happening in the sports world today. We're going to kick things off in college football, where Alabama head coach Nick Saban and Texas A&M head coach Jimbo Fisher have been exchanging jabs with each other in talks about the new NIL rules the NCAA has put in place. It started off yesterday when Saban said, quote, "A&M bought every player on their team, made a deal for name, image, and likeliness. We didn't buy one player, but I don't know if we're going to be able to sustain that in the future because more and more people are doing it." He was referencing the fact that Texas A&M has had the best recruiting class in college football history, signing 7 5-star recruits. There has been a lot of speculation that A&M bought their recruits through loopholes in the NIL rules from the NCAA. Saban stated that a lot of teams will create a collective, which is an outside marketing agency that isn't tied to the university and is run and funded by former alumni. They then funnel the money to the players, being able to pay them to come to the university without getting the university in trouble from the NCAA. Saban said that they don't do this at Alabama and only do things the right way through scholarships and players earning their money towards college. Saban also made regards to the fact that he doesn't know if he'll be able to keep this model up since so many schools are using the collective methods to buy out players and he's losing many recruits to it. This is a bad sign for the direction that college sports is going, but the NCAA can't really enforce their rules because it isn't against the law for schools to do this. The NCAA is making an effort to add laws to help them enforce their rules, but who knows how long that will take. Until then, schools will have to deal with the dilemma either doing things the right way or the effective way. But A&M coach Jimbo Fisher, who worked alongside Saban at LSU, didn't like these comments and said, quote, "It's amazing. Some people think they're God. Go dig into how God did his deal. You may find out about a lot of things you don't want to know. This debate is most likely far from over, and I think everybody is excited to see where this goes and how it'll play into next season's playoff games, with rivalries and tensions now growing stronger in college football." Gary Martin, a senior at Archbishop Wood High School in Warminster, Pennsylvania, has broken a record that was set in 1965 by running a mile in 3 minutes and 57.98 seconds, breaking the old record of 3 minutes and 58.3 seconds. This makes Martin the 14th American high school athlete to break a 4-minute mile and ranking him third all-time in outdoor runs. Former Yankees third-round pick Jake Snafford has now signed with the Ottawa Titans in an independent league. He was cut from the Yankees after getting caught stealing items from other players and selling/scamming fans with the items. He would reportedly offer to sell the items to fans, then get paid first and never deliver the items to them. This caused the Yankees to cut him, taking away his chance at making a ton of money and playing in the big leagues just so he could make some money on the side hustling sports fans. The New York Mets pitcher Max Scherzer is expected to miss 6 to 8 weeks due to an oblique strain he suffered during Wednesday night's game against the Cardinals. This makes Scherzer the third pitcher for the Mets to go on the injured list, with Jacob deGrom and Tyler McGill. David Peterson is expected to be called up to join the lineup with Chris Bassett, Carlos Carrasco, and Taijuan Walker. For golf, the PGA Championship kicked off today without Bryson DeChambeau or last year's champ Phil Mickelson. Bryson decided to withdraw after playing a practice round Wednesday, the day before the championship kicked off. He looked to be doing fine, but obviously had some pain in his wrist, which is still recovering from a surgery he had on it. He says that he wants to wait to come back until he knows he will be 100% and doesn't feel that he is there yet. The Warriors beat the Mavericks 112 to 87, giving them a 1-0 lead in the series in a game where 7 Warriors were able to amass double-digit points. Curry led the way with 21 points and 12 rebounds, giving him a double-double, followed by Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins, who both had 19 points. Then Klay Thompson had 15, Draymond Green, Otto Porter Jr., and Kevon Looney all tied with 10 points. Luka played decently for the Mavs with 20 points, shooting only 3 for 10 from behind the arc. Dinwiddie wasn't far behind with 17 off the bench. Next was Brunson with 14 despite going 0 for 5 from 3, then Reggie Bullock with 12. The Warriors were able to contain Luka, and that seems to be the secret to holding the Mavs. Game 2 will be on Friday, where we'll see if the Warriors can do it again or if the Mavericks will step up and tie the series. In hockey, the Oilers and Flames put on a show last night, combining for 15 total goals without needing the help of overtime. Takachu got a hat trick in this game to help the Flames take a 1-0 lead in the series. This game had the most goals in a postseason game in 29 years, giving anybody watching an amazing show. While the Rangers-Hurricanes game wasn't as high scoring, it was still exciting, with the Hurricanes winning in overtime to go up in the series 1-0. These teams will face off again on Friday night. That's all I have for today in sports. Come back tomorrow for some more sports updates.